Well, indeed. Even the title that has been drawn up, Xie Yan, the magical dignified prince, is a match made in heaven with a magical dignified beauty. What bloody title? Magical konjac? Isn't that the same as Qinxinxi's? Why do you look so unhappy, my dear? Could it be that you're dissatisfied with your title? How could I be? I'm overjoyed to have been able to become a match made in heaven with you, my lady. What's there to be glad about with 2 pieces of konjac? I'm not as soft and bouncy as this Qinxinxi. Sure, Yenner, what are you doing? I have something to ask them. You were the ones who told me that Ji Yuntao wanted me to betray my sect, so as to remove Branch Master Xie from his position. Let me ask you again, is that really what he wanted? Well, you'd better think carefully before you answer. Don't you dare dupe me. I'll talk. It was because we lost all tact that we came up with such a foolish plot to deceive Miss Yenner by using his name. Sure, Yenner was actually involved in such a thing. No wonder her attitude changed so much after going out the other day. It turns out that her image of her idol crumbled. So I really wasn't wrong before. Ji Yuntao is indeed the cultured and refined gentleman I imagined he was. What's there to like about that hypocrite? Our branch master is so smart and amazingly powerful. Isn't he 100 times better than him? Who said I still like him? I just wanted to prove to myself that I was originally right. That's what's important. Otherwise, wouldn't I have been a complete fool from beginning until end? What's more, the branch master belongs to Elder Martial's sister Qin. Don't talk drivel right in front of her. Oh crap, Elder Martial's sister. It was a slip of the tongue, just an accidental slip. Yenner is such a good girl, but Chan Wu, on the other hand, shouldn't forget to clean the toilet for a month. I want to apologize to you, branch master. I shouldn't have been prejudiced against you because of past events. The branch master is indeed a hero among men. From now on, I'll be at your disposal no matter what. That's excellent then. We had some misunderstandings with Branch Master Xie because of our relationship with Ji Yuntao, but we're now deeply aware of our mistakes, so we've specially come here to make amends with Branch Master Xie. Yes, we've given up on almost our entire wealth, and our cargo wagons parked outside the branch are nearly blocking the road. Branch Master Xie, this money and goods will definitely offset the losses we've caused to the marching sect, and we've even added far more than 10 times that amount. Such is our sincerity. Only this? Branch Master Xie, please don't make things difficult for us. What we're giving this time is even more than what we paid to the Imperial Court as punishment. If we give any more, we really won't have anything left. Besides, we're not the masterminds behind this. Ji Yuntao is the one who's the marching sect's foe. It would be rather ungracious for a grand sect like the marching sect to make life difficult for a minor power like us. Yuntao is a forthright and candid man. Since when does he have animosity against my sect? I don't want whatever money or goods you have. What I do want is for you to join my sect voluntarily. Will you consider it? Branch Master Xie, for what it's worth, we're still a local power. You want us to join your sect voluntarily. How could that be allowed? Your proposal is totally unacceptable. Not to mention us, even the Imperial Court won't allow you to do such a thing. That's right. The Imperial Court won't sit back and watch any one party dominate. We've already been subdued by Branch Master Xie, so there's basically no difference whether we join or not, and we can serve as a safeguard for the marching sect, so as to save it from any trouble with the Imperial Court. That sounds somewhat reasonable. Indeed, it's good that you understand, Branch Master Xie. However, I don't need to reason with the likes of you. Do you really think you're worthy of haggling with a marching sect without any thought for what you are? I'm not some demon though. So if you hand over all of your territory and contacts in Xufeng, I won't look any further into your backstabbing, little plots, and even allow you some unimportant official posts. If you continue to be stubborn, I'll kill you, and pick a few of your subordinates who'll do as they're told. In any case, as far as I'm concerned, who I'll be using is just a matter of who's more handy. Branch Master Xie, you're so imperious that you aren't afraid that the Imperial Court will investigate this afterwards? We've exhausted our savings, and the compensation we've offered is more than enough to buy half of Xufeng. Don't be so overbearing. Oh, so what if I am? Don't threaten me with the Imperial Court. So what if they have a problem with it? Will they dispatch their men to encircle and annihilate the marching sect because of you, or will they ruthlessly punish us? Stop dreaming in broad daylight. Even if the Imperial Court does come, you won't get to see it because you'll already be dead. My patience runs thin. It has already been extrajudicial of me to have granted you the mercy of giving you this long. If you really annoy me, the marching sect has its ways of making your lives worse than death. think very carefully before you speak. We are willing to join the marching sect. That's smart, on your feet. You've pushed us too far. I'll let you be pleased with yourself for the time being. We'll contact the Great River Alliance after we leave. Jinjiner doesn't want to see Tsufeng unified in the slightest, so she'll help us rival the marching sect. This punk surnamed Xia is still too young. You think we won't turncoat with a mere verbal promise? Naive. Life has its ups and downs. Just you wait and see. Branch Master Xia, now that the matter is settled, we'll go back and make preparations. After all, joining the marching sect is a major event. We need to inform our men and get our assets in order. If there are no other arrangements, we'll excuse ourselves. We bid you farewell. Don't be in such a hurry. When I left to take over the branch, I brought along some of the Moching sect's specialties. I didn't think I'd have a chance to give them away. But you guys are just in luck. It just so happens there's one for each of you. Help yourselves. Branch Master Xia, what is this? It's a specialty of the marching sect, Thricene Nether Coal Pill. It's specially used to control people like you who harbor evil intentions. After taking it, you must take the antidote once a year. Otherwise the poison will gradually freeze your body, and eventually thoroughly turn it into an ice sculpture that will shatter upon touch, leaving you dead without an intact corpse. That's not necessary, Branch Master Xia. We're just nobodies. You can easily crush us even if we have a change of heart, so why waste precious pills? Since we've made a promise to you, Branch Master Xia, how can we go back on it? So reluctant to swallow them? You're still thinking thoughts you shouldn't be thinking. Let me guess. Currently, only the Great River Alliance can rival the marching sect. Were you going to pay them a visit to seek support in avenging you after you'd left? After all, apart from the Imperial Court, Jinjiner is the only one who doesn't want the marching sect to take over Tsufeng as a whole. Branch Master Xia, you really know how to joke. How could we dare? Then swallow them, or do you choose death now? The origin points stemming from these guys' negative emotions haven't ceased since the very beginning. How pitiful indeed. Even their hatred can become an aid for me. I wonder if they'd snap if they found out the truth? I'll take it right now. I'll swallow it. I can't even use my strength. Could it be that my martial arts have been affected too? Cold, the top of my skull is frozen stiff. My whole body is cold. My energy and blood is freezing. It's really deadly poison. It would have been nice if you had been a little more sensible earlier. I even had to waste my poison pills. Chan Wu, you have full authority on how to handle the rest. Don't let them play any tricks. Yes. I'd expect nothing less from the branch master. He's so ruthless and devious. I really idolize him to the core. If I were a woman, I'd have probably been so swept off my feet that I'd have thrown myself into his arms of my own volition. Yenner, take them back to prepare for the merger, and keep a close eye on them. Let's go. We're one big family from now on, and according to order of entry, I should call you Junior Marshal Sister Hao and Junior Marshal Brother Fang. Now that we've taken care of those guys, Tsufeng will fall completely under the control of our sect. My dear, how come I didn't know we had this kind of poison pill in the marching sect? Tell me the truth, you mustn't lie to me. What poison pill? I was just bluffing. After a year or so, we'll have all their territory and connections, and they'll be useless. You're so thorough, my dear. I'm extremely impressed. It was just a small trick. Don't tease me, my lady. If you're so capable, why are you always fobbing me off with excuses and so reluctant to face me? If you have something to say, just say it. What are you clutching China for? Mrs. is so soft and fragrant that I really want to take her as a hostage. If you run away, my dear, I'll vent my anger out on this little female ghost. My lady, hasn't it only been 4 hours since we got up? If we keep this up, we're going to pile a mountain of business at the branch. Clearly, you're the one who said you were going to have a major, non-stop battle with me first, my dear. Where did all that bravado go? Are you going to raise the white flag now? Or are you saying you can't do it, my dear? It doesn't matter though. I can just do it myself. My lady, right here in the council chamber? In broad daylight? That's a little bit too daring, no? The lawfully wedded missus is awesome. I want to learn. Go on, go on. That lump of energy is in turmoil. The little female ghost seems quite excited. Want to come along? I actually don't mind it. Don't teach bad things to children. Chiner, come back. But I want to continue watching. You really do love her dearly, my dear husband. Alright, it's time to practice. Maybe in a year or two, I'll have ascended to the second layer of the innate realm. My dear wife, I keep thinking you're treating me as some kind of elixir. My lady, shouldn't you dedicate a little more to help me advance to the innate realm? The next day. Is it almost noon? I practiced so hard yesterday. After fighting vigorously for no less than 38 battles, each in a different battlefield, even an innate realm expert's body will grow somewhat weary. What is this thing? It's a big world out there, and I want to go see it. Xia Yan? He ran away? No way, I'm going to catch him, bring him back and give him a good beating. I might just as well handcuff him to the bed to save me all the trouble. Elder Martial Sister Xinzi. Chan Wu, keep an eye on the branch, I'm going out on a trip. Elder Martial Sister Xinzi, you can't? The backlog of work has been piling up at the branch for days. The rebuilding of the mines and the handover of the surrounding powers are all under the personal control of the branch master. But I can't find him anywhere, so I came looking for you. That punk, Xia Yan, deliberately had something in store for me here. Elder Martial Sister Xinzi, there are several urgent matters that need to be dealt with as soon as possible. Alright, take me to the study. Elder Martial Sister, you've already walked past it. The study is this way. What nice sights and sounds of spring, it's better than a dream. My lord, you just left, don't you have to say a word to the lawfully wedded missus? Didn't I leave a note? What else was there to say? Besides, what I wrote wasn't wrong. It's a huge world out there, and I've been in all kinds of disputes ever since I came to this world, so I basically didn't have time to have a look around. Now it just so happens that I've got some, and it's always beneficial to roam around a bit to build up one's personal experience. If I had stayed in Xufeng sooner or later, Qin Xinzi would have squeezed me dry. The finger of nirvana isn't to be used in such a way. I didn't really run away though. I'm going back to this sect to ask Miss Matriarch for a reward. Miss Matriarch promised to give me a new martial art when I reach the 9th layer of the acquired realm. I'm still somewhat looking forward to it, even after thinking about it so much. Marching sect. Xinzi sent me a letter saying that you ran away from Xufeng, so I didn't expect you'd come back. The marching sect is my home, and Sisu is here, so how could I run away? Can't you see that I've missed you, Sisu? We haven't seen each other for so many days. Did you miss me, Sisu? Not really actually, it's just that it's been so long since I've had a new book worth reading. It's kind of pretty boring. Sisu, I'll immediately go spur that venerable stable lad from the famous Autumn Mountain to write some new works. Tell him not to write anything too explicit. I'll make sure it's passionate but not vulgar. It'll be very pure. You did a good job in Xufeng this time. Even Wei Rodeo might not have been able to handle it better than you did. I'm very pleased. By the way, didn't Xinzi say you've been bringing up a little ghost girl? Where is she? Let her out for me to have a look. Also, I certainly don't remember teaching you a technique to control ghosts. Xinzi simply didn't believe that story of yours and complained to me about it in the letter she sent me. The sect founder appeared in my dreams and taught it to me. But Xinzi wouldn't believe me if I had said that. I made up the excuse that Sisu had taught it, so that she wouldn't continue nagging. The sect founder appeared in your dreams? I'm indeed the only one who believe in your nonsense. Stop being so long-winded and bring the little ghost girl out. Come out, Chinger. My lord, I was sleeping soundly. What a lovely little ghost girl. Ordinary innate realm experts can only sense the outline of an energy, but Sisu can actually see China with her bare eyes? Since I'm capable of being the matriarch of the marching sect, I'm certainly not an ordinary innate realm expert. Although I can't communicate with spirits and control ghosts like you, I can see spiritual beings without any problem. Sisu, you have seen Chinger, and even touched her. You know, I've won honor for the sect in Xufeng this time. So do you think you can? Alright, I did indeed say I'd give you a new technique when you ascended to the 9th layer of the acquired realm, so relax, I won't break my promise. I naturally knew you would live up to your promise. Sisu, you're the best. Since you're able to rival Ji Yuntao, the gentle dignified prince, there should be no one below the innate realm that can be a menace to you. In terms of sheer destructive power, the finger of flowery swords can be ranked in the top 10 among the myriad of innate realm techniques. Although the Heavenly Guard is only an acquired realm technique, you have trained it in such a bizarre manner that its defensive capability doesn't lose out against the top innate realm defensive secret techniques. You're not lacking in offense and defense. What you do lack now is a means of escape. When you encounter an opponent that can completely suppress you, such as an innate realm expert, you will fall into a situation where you can't beat him but can't escape. This book's startling rainbow escape is a lightness technique I especially sought for you. After practicing it, you will be able to spread 7 rainbow rays out of your body to run as fast as thunder. When you've fully mastered it, your instantaneous speed will be faster than that of an innate realm expert flying through the sky. It's that amazing? Yes, it's very amazing, but this technique is too extreme, as a single discharge will consume 90% of your innate energy and cause damage to your body. Normal martial arts aren't practiced in such a way. That's why I didn't put it in the Sutra Pavilion for fear of hurting someone. Since you know the finger of nirvana, you can repeatedly trigger it in times of crisis without fear of injury or expenditure. Hence an innate realm expert with even the slightest weakness in his lightness technique won't be able to catch up with you. If you can't beat them, just run. I like it. Sisu, I'll be practicing really hard next. So, do you have any other techniques? Do you have any more, Sisu? Why do you look so much like a squirrel storing food? Don't you know that you're biting off more than you can chew? I know you think you're exceptionally talented and have no fear, but martial arts aren't something the more of them you practice, the better. Many martial arts skills conflict with each other when they are practiced together. You can save yourself with the finger of nirvana if the meridians in your body suffer a deviation, but you can't save yourself with it if the conflicting technique philosophies cause your realm to destroy itself. Are you willing to stay in the acquired realm for the rest of your life? Not willing. Since you've chosen the finger of flowery swords as your fundamental cultivation method, practice it properly and don't get distracted. When you've ascended to the innate realm and have mastered the finger of flowery swords, then you can consider other martial art cultivation methods. Alright, I'll listen to you, Sisu. I have the system to help me practice and fuse skills, so nothing bad would probably happen, but unfortunately I can't reveal that secret. I feel like I've been tricked by the matriarch. When did I ever say anything about a fundamental cultivation method? I can do ordinary external martial arts and boxing too. Yeah, my lord, let's go back and ask the matriarch for them. Forget it, I'll practice the startling rainbow escape for now. Why do you want so many cultivation techniques, my lord? You're obviously already very powerful. Because I'm exceptionally gifted and proficient in the art of refinement of tens of thousands of scriptures, so the more martial arts I master, the more powerful I become. I can combine all my martial arts into one, so naturally, the more techniques I have, the better. Here I am. When my lord showed me around during the daytime, he said all the martial arts manuscripts of the marching sect are in this building. I want to help my lord by sharing his burdens and overcoming his difficulties. Why does it feel like there's something strange about this? It seems like there's some kind of resistance. This is really tough. Oh dear. I put too much strength into it. I have to get ready for work. I can't waste any time. I've come here with a mission. I must help my lord. Wow, there are so many manuscripts that a single ghost basically can't handle them all. I'll call for reinforcements then. Night Walk of the 100 Ghosts technique. Let's do it, everyone. Let's copy the books together. You've got a lot of guts, you little ghost girl, to have the impertinence to come here and steal. You're the ghost girl that boy Xie Yan has been bringing up, aren't you? You're really quite pretty. Little ghost girl, you have to remember that a great sect like the marching sect will always have formations to protect their key points. If I hadn't turned off the formation in time, you would have long been destroyed by it when you recklessly rammed through it. This won't do. I have to go find that brat, Xie Yan, and say a few words to him. It's an exceedingly rare sight for a ghost to have unlocked its spiritual wisdom. But he ended up bringing it up so poorly. Don't speak ill of my lord. The mandarin ducks roll underneath the red quilt, and the pear blossom tree presses down on the crab apple one. You're the worst, you bad, weird old man. I'm so mad. Who's there? Where did you come from, fiend? Have a taste of my sword. How dare you attack someone like that, you brat? Inheritance elder? It was instinct. It was just an instinctual response. If one suddenly opens their eyes to find an old man staring at them in a sinister and cold way on their bedside, how the hell would one know if it wasn't mounting a sneak attack or a night one? Anyone would have done that subconsciously, right? If I had mounted a sneak attack, you'd already be dead. However, boy, you've sure made great progress with your finger of flowery swords, as you've already stepped into the withering of the 100 flowers level in such a short period of time. You can tell just by looking at my face that I'm a natural talent at practicing the finger of flowery swords. Wah, my lord, save me! Chinger? This little ghost girl sneaked into the Sutra Pavilion and was slyly engaging in petty deeds. Boy, did you know about this? Such a thing actually happened? Chinger is really not sensible. It's my fault for not educating her properly. Fortunately, the elder was watching, so she didn't make a serious mistake. It's good that the little ghost girl cares about her master. But one just can't violate the taboo. A sect's martial arts are its foundation. Even matriarch, you can't just impart them without a valid reason. What the sect gives you is yours to keep, but what it doesn't isn't yours to take. I've received your advice. I'll strictly abide by the sect's rules henceforth. Let's leave it at that. You're a wise man, so just a little sermon will do. I purposefully came here, mainly because of your little ghost girl. When I was young, I traveled around the world and found this wordless scripture by chance in an ancient tomb. I couldn't make any sense of it, but according to the records in the tomb at that time, it was a cultivation technique practiced by some kind of ghost cultivator that only inhabitants of the netherworld can comprehend. However, ghost cultivation and what not only exists in legends, so I have been casting it aside. But now that I've seen your little ghost girl, I can't help but want to give her a try. A wordless scripture that only a ghost cultivator can practice. There are actually a lot of spiritual beings in the world, but there are barely any sentient ghosts that can communicate with humans, so I'm quite curious how far this little ghost girl can grow. This wordless scripture is something I personally obtained, so it's not like I'm breaking the rules by giving it to her. Alrighty then, I'm getting old and sleepy, so I'll be going now. Remember to keep tabs on your little ghost girl, or else I'll punish you as her master if she does the wrong thing again. Wah, I even got Lord Xia Yan involved. That's okay, it's not your fault. I was the one who didn't warn you of the rules of the sect. I didn't expect that apart from Sisu, the inheritance elder could also see ghosts. The Maching sect really has some individuals of unusual ability hiding in plain sight. But what kind of ghost cultivation method is this? It's really a wordless scripture, not a single letter on it. I can't see any letters on it either. Anyway, you should keep it for now, China. There's no telling what kind of stroke of luck you might need, so take your time. The system isn't responding either. It can't record unintelligible martial arts. I can't understand a thing if it doesn't have a single word on it. So I'll try to figure out a way to help China make sense of it later. The startling rainbow escape is indeed worthy of being called a top-notch escape technique, as its intensity and expenditure are both comparable to that of the withering of the 100 flowers. I have a sneaking suspicion that the entry level is just a few days away, so I'll use my origin points to upgrade it to the max level then. My lord is making incredible progress, but I can't even read a single word. I'm so useless. If one could make sense of this technique so easily, then ghost cultivation wouldn't only appear in legends. Take your time, there's no rush. I understand. Let's go see the matriarch, maybe she can help you out. Oh good, Miss Matriarch's grooming is very comfortable. It's really a wordless scripture. I can't tell what profound and mysterious theory is behind it either. If even Sisu can't see through it, then China really can't learn it. This goes without saying, but there aren't many records of ghost cultivation, so it's already a great opportunity for China to have gotten this technique. Just let nature take its course and don't be impatient. Indeed, it's best to just let fate take its course, I suppose. The inheritance China brought back from the world of Tongling has yet to be fully fathomed. They are here already? Let's skip the small talk. We have a visitor today. A visitor? What kind of visitor? Xia Yan, hide your little ghost girl. Although I don't know if they can see her or not, since you can hide her, you should do so. Oh, alright. Yu Hongyan, why are you still hanging around with this stinky brat? Yu Xuanji is about to bring someone. Great Elder, long time no see, did you miss me? Yenna wrote to me about what about your conduct and deeds in Sufing, and that's about it. Nothing that can be regarded as you humiliating the sect. Xia Yan, you're indeed the only one in my disciple Changwu's heart right now. Goodness, how capable you are, men or women, anything goes, huh? I really want to express my gratitude to Chanwu and Yenna for their continuous support. It's because of them that the Sufing branch is what it is today. What the heck is up with Ji Chanwu? Don't tell me he's really gay? Save your idle chat, Yu Hongyan. You better get rid of this kid as soon as possible. The less people that know about this, the better. I'm not planning on making him leave. Xia Yan's mind is very flexible and ingenious, so he can help us by giving advice if he stays as an observer. Exactly so. It seems as if there's some juicy gossip coming? Out of the question. Having him stay is absurd. At what time has the Mo Qing sect ever turned to a junior member for advice? I've never been very fond of using my brain, and I'm not as deceitful as you are. Just in case someone digs a trap for me to fall in, Xia Yan can at least help me discern one or two of them by being present. You should just take your seats. I won't let Xia Yan go, so there's no need for you to mention this again, Great Elder. Humph, fine, you're the matriarch, so you have the final say. Bai Suyuan of the Blissful Temple, as agreed on, has come to impose upon the hospitality of your sect today. Yu Xuanji and Bai Suyuan? Why are the two of them together? No, what's Bai Suyuan doing in the marching sect? Is this the newly appointed member of the 5 beauties and 5 princes, Xia Yan, the magical dignified prince? He's also here. Naturally, it's the matriarch's intention for Xia Yan to stay here, so you can just pretend he doesn't exist. Bai Suyuan, he won't divulge your secret. Forgive me for my rudeness. I have been exchanging letters with your esteemed sect for many days and have ventured personally to come here today to request a definite answer. Have you come to a decision, matriarch you? Xia Yan doesn't know the whole story yet, so tell it from the beginning. It seems that the rumors are true. The person Yu Hongyan relies on most is Xia Yan. I'll start from the beginning then. It all started with the former great elder of the Blissful Temple, Lu Qingmei, many years ago. Lu Qingmei failed in her fight over the position of High Priestess with the former High Priestess Dang Hongqian, and soon after, she left the sect, without anyone knowing where she went. Dang Hongqian thought so highly of herself that she attacked the marching sect, but suffered tremendous losses, and several elders of the sect perished. I managed with great difficulty to stabilize the situation and was about to close the monastery and order my disciples to practice and build up strength. Yet Lu Qingmei returned at that moment. She claimed to have received a call for help from the sect, and came back especially to preside over the general state of affairs. Moreover, she showed an extremely strong desire to rise to a higher position. By way of seniority, she's Dang Hongqian's elder martial sister, and I'm no match for her in terms of martial arts or cultivation base. If she wants to be High Priestess, I fundamentally have no reason to object. However, I have led the Blissful Temple through its most challenging circumstances, and all disciples in the temple believe in me. On the other hand, Lu Qingmei left many years ago, and now, except for the older generation, not many people recognize her. Because of this, Lu Qingmei is utterly wary of me. Even if I surrender to her of my own accord, she will only use me to stabilize the morale of the troops, and once she is in power, I'll be a stumbling block to her authority, and she will surely kill me. I have come here to safeguard myself and to prevent the Blissful Temple from going astray. I'm requesting help from the marching sect. To kill Lu Qingmei. I'm not even going to mention where you got this call from. But ever since the Blissful Temple attacked the marching sect, our sects have formed a feud against each other. Where in the world does it make sense to help our foes? You mentioned in your letter that the Xinhua sect is supporting Lu Qingmei, which is indeed a major demonic sect that has long been at the top of the ranks. You may not be afraid of getting beaten to a pulp, but I'm afraid of not getting any advantage and inviting trouble instead. Indeed, in these years Lu Qingmei has been away from the sect. She has hooked up with Gui, the deputy sect master of the Xinhua sect, and on this occasion, has returned with the thousand-faced prince of the Xinhua sect. She is always outspoken about her affair with Gui in front of the disciples. As to why I sought the marching sect? Lu Qingmei has deep malice towards the marching sect, and in order to win people's hearts, she's been preaching that she would continue to target the marching sect and prepare to exact revenge so as to settle the score. I originally didn't agree with Dang Hongqian when she proposed to attack the marching sect, but she still held out on me and committed a mistake. If Lu Qingmei, whose conduct is similar to Dang Hongqian's, comes into the equation as well, will the Blissful Temple be fine? Let's put aside the feud between the Blissful Temple and the marching sect. Xuanji and I had a deep friendship in Jiangling in the past. With Xuanji here, I can greatly set my mind at ease with the marching sect. You and I only had a pull your hair and scratch your face relationship, so stop trying to worm your way into being friends with me. Getting back to the main point, once Lu Qingmei is in power, she'll definitely join forces with Ji to attack the Mo Qing sect. As long as you protect me and kill her, we can immediately put an end to these hostilities imperceptibly, and I'll do my best to resolve the feud between our two sects and forge an alliance with the marching sect in mutual defense aid. This is a win-win deal. What's there not to like about it? You can set your mind at ease with the marching sect, but we certainly can't set our minds at ease with you. The relationship between the Blissful Temple and the marching sect is one of enmity. There's absolutely no basis for trust. What would we do if you've teamed up with Lu Qingmei and want to attack the Mo Qing sect again by engaging in the scheme of injuring yourself to gain our confidence? Even if what you said is true, how can we be sure you won't go back on your word once you've secured your position as High Priestess? Hall Master Bai, everyone knows how to use their mouth, but it won't do without any sincerity. Xia Yan is right. Even if our sect helps you, we have no guarantees other than your verbal promise. That's certainly not a good situation to be in. I'd like to make you a promise worth thousands of gold and silver, but the situation in the Blissful Temple being the way it is, I'm powerless to even defend myself. Pretending to look more formidable than one is by making blind promises would be of no use other than arousing your displeasure. I'd rather be magnanimous and treat you with sincerity. If the marching sect is ultimately unwilling to lend their assistance, I'll do my utmost to find it within my soul that I have no choice but to leave everything behind, escape from the blissful temple and become a wanderer upon the world of cultivation. This is the worst thing about the people from the blissful temple. Even when they are in such a desperate situation, they can still be at peace with themselves, and with no origin points coming from them, I can't judge if their intentions are good or not. Hall Master Bai, we actually do trust you, but as you know, that trust is too fragile in light of the relationship between our two sections. Xie Yan, you stinky brat, when did I ever say I trust her? Bai Suyuan, no matter how nicely you say it, it's useless. I have a mysterious bone-eroding pill here. After taking it, you must take the antidote every 7 days, or your intestines will rupture, your belly will rot, and you will die. Only I can make the antidote. As long as you agree to take this poison pill, I'll believe your words. Is that what you intend as well, matriarch? I'll swallow it. Wait a moment. I don't think that's very appropriate. Miss Matriarch, are you stupid or what? If Bai Suyuan is sincere about wanting our help, even if she'll be completely under control after this, the one who she'll be taking orders from is Wu Lingxian, not you. Great Elder, your poison is excessively potent. She must take the antidote once every 7 days. What if something untoward happens during that period, causing Hall Master Bai to be unable to meet the Great Elder in time to get the antidote? Wouldn't that be too tragic? Even if a lot of antidotes were prepared in advance, if by any chance Hall Master Bai gets locked up or trapped somewhere, and can't get out for a year or so, such an amount of antidotes won't be enough. Then what do you suggest we do? Great Elder, you're not actually going to prepare 1 to 2 years worth of antidote for Hall Master Bai, are you? I'm always skeptical of the integrity, sincerity, or motives of others. Given such an ample amount of time, Hall Master Bai might be able to find someone to uncover your antidote. It wouldn't do Hall Master Bai any harm to listen to my proposal. Feel free to speak your mind. As long as I can manage it, I'll surely do as instructed. Our matriarch once ran across a fortuitous encounter, and acquired an unorthodox skill called Ultimate Elysian Bliss Technique. Once this martial art is practiced, one whose level is higher can completely control one whose level is lower. In the event one has the intention of revolting, the one with the greater proficiency in the technique can order the one whose proficiency is least to self-detonate. And its formidable power can even blow up an expert 3 minor rounds higher than oneself. Since Hall Master Bai trusts the marching sect will reciprocate that same trust accordingly, as long as Hall Master Bai puts her life in the hands of our sect. In the worst case scenario, Hall Master Bai can use this opportunity to perish together with Lu Qingmei, and the marching sect will be able to set aside the enmity between our two sects after this ordeal, thus truly bringing safety to the blissful temple. Hall Master Bai, what do you think? I can agree to this. You can agree to it like this. But I can't just fucking give out the ultimate demonic bliss technique. Wouldn't that be like serving a meal to the Shui Lu? Miss Matriarch, have you still not understood my intention? If you have the means, use it quickly. I can't keep making things up much longer. But let me arrange for a successor. If I really do perish with Lu Qingmei, the blissful temple will need a qualified leader. Alright, Xie Yan, stop scaring Hall Master Bai. What he just said was only a test for Hall Master Bai. Hall Master Bai has shown such self-sacrifice. I think everyone here must approve of you. But although you've passed the test, we still need some manner of enforcing obedience. Miss Matriarch has finally noticed. Inside this case is a male and female pair of spiraling hornless dragon poisonous parasites, which have been secretly handed down through the generations. After one takes the male, they'll be under the control of the one who possesses the female. It won't take your life, but if you gain the intention of revolting, you'll suffer fate worse than death nevertheless. Since you're not even afraid of being blown up, you'll surely not oppose taking this parasite. Of course, if I don't have to perish together with her, I'll. You've got the wrong one. The small one is the female, the big one is the male. Bai Suyuan, even you have your day. You people from the blissful temple can really swallow that thing with a straight face. In this way, do you feel sufficiently at ease? I feel at ease, Bai Suyuan. You're really resolute and decisive. Hall Master Bai, I have another question I would like to ask you. For better or worse, you're the acting high priestess of the blissful temple, and a powerhouse at the innate realm. So why are you willing to be under the control of others when you could have obviously chosen to escape to some faraway place? Moreover, how can you be so sure that Lu Qingmei will kill you, What if she doesn't? You didn't compete with her for the position from the start. Once she takes the seat as High Priestess, why would she kill you? Wouldn't that be like shooting her own foot? Young Lord Xie, you don't realize the kind of woman Lu Qingmei is. Lu Qingmei is narrow-minded, and has always been vengeful. In those years, I played a role in helping Dang Hongqian rise to the position of High Priestess. The elders and the matriarch should have heard that I've had a long-standing score with her. Although she hid her emotions very deeply when she returned, I could feel her murderous intent towards me. If we cooperate with you, we'll ultimately only end up making the Blissful Temple a vassal of the marching sect, and I can trust that with Matriarch Yu's conduct, she'll never abandon her benefactor upon achieving her goal. Naturally, I'll be the High Priestess of the Blissful Temple, but if I don't do anything, only death will befall me, even if I run away to some faraway place. I may not be able to escape from Lu Qingmei's pursuit, not to mention the fact that a life on the run is nothing compared to one of sitting at ease in the Blissful Temple. Naturally, I'd rather be a vassal than lose my power or my life. Is that so? That seems to make sense. Alright, Xie Yan, stop pestering her with all manners of questions. Bai Siyuan is one of us now. Let's get down to business. Siyuan, how do you want us to help you kill Lu Qingmei? Don't even think about telling us to set out in full force towards the Blissful Temple to surround and kill Lu Qingmei, no matter how sweetly you put it, or how we have the great sect formation. I won't go. I don't want to follow the same tracks that led Dang Hongqian to her demise. Innate realm experts have sharp senses and can move about with incredible pace. If there's no special circumstance, even if all of us innate realm experts join forces to attack her from all sides, there's a certain probability that she'll escape with her life. Bai Siyuan, have you considered the consequences if we fail to surround and kill Lu Qingmei? It doesn't really matter to us, but I'm afraid it won't be too encouraging for you. Don't worry, Lu Qingmei will die for sure. I've already chosen a grave site for her, not in the Blissful Temple, but rather in the branch of the Shui Lu in the city of Daotong, the Daotong Auction House. You've probably all been there. The Daotong Auction House's auction room is made entirely of excellent quality cast cold iron, and after the only entrance is closed, even an innate realm expert would need at least half a stick of incense to break it down by force. This amount of time is enough for us to swarm in and kill Lu Qingmei. Holy shit, what kind of martial art is this? Bai Siyuan, it seems that you have made vigorous progress in your heavenly creation method, as you can effortlessly use your innate energy to draw such a fine, vivid and realistic model. It's nothing more than a fragile and fancy trick, completely devoid of usefulness in a real battle. Elder Wu is right, it's just a small trick I use to stave off boredom in my daily life, not something you'd want to put on stage. The commander of the Shui Lu in the city of Daotong and I are old acquaintances. As long as I can find a chance to lure Lu Qingmei there, he'll cooperate with me in locking the only way out. Provided we're lying in wait inside in advance, she'll be a sitting duck. That's right, the Daotong auction house can indeed be used to trap Lu Qingmei. Let's follow your plan then. Great and second elder, when the time comes, you two and Siyuan will deal with Lu Qingmei together. You have no problem with that, right? No problem. As long as Lu Qingmei can't escape, 3 innate realm experts should be more than enough to kill her. The 4th elder has just recently been appointed. Shouldn't she do something too? I think we should call her up this time. Xinxi is guarding Cufeng right now, so be it. I'll ask her to join you on this endeavor. Siyuan, since Lu Qingmei is wary of you, I'm afraid it won't be so easy for you to lure her into your trap. If nothing can be done, then just give up on this and come be the 5th elder of the marching sect. Thank you very much for your concern, matriarch, but I can always think of a way, though I have another thorny problem on my hands. I've been away from the Blissful Temple for a few days now, and I'm afraid it may have aroused some suspicion from Lu Qingmei. If I try to contact you afterwards, even if I use an eagle to send a message, it won't be very safe. So it would be best to have someone to come back with me to the Blissful Temple, so that we can communicate more easily. It would be best if this person is not too well known, not too strong, not an excessively conspicuous innate realm expert, but not too weak as to be unable to shoulder the risk, and simultaneously have a way to contact the marching sect at all times. The communication aspect is a real problem. No way, don't pick me. I really don't want to go to that Blissful Temple shithole. It's too risky and I can't even absorb any origin points there. Xie Yan, how about you go? I dare not disobey. Who told me to be Sis Yu's favorite? I'll send Xie Yan back with you to the Blissful Temple. You must take care to help him hide his identity. Don't expose him. Rest assured, matriarch, The magical dignified prince is indeed the best choice. Although he has made a name for himself recently, he's a newcomer to the world of cultivation and the overwhelming majority of people have basically never seen him before. Then this matter comes to an end here. Xia Yan will stay here for the moment. The third elder will take Xu Yuan to the side chamber to wait for a while, and the rest of you will disperse. Sisu, I don't really want to go. Stop moping and sighing. I know this endeavor is dangerous, but if we examine the whole sect, you're the most suitable candidate for the job. If you continue practicing the startling rainbow escape, no innate realm expert